The US tax reform is a big topic on the agenda here. Lots of happy-looking chief executives wandering around. The global context is good. The global growth story is good. More optimistic than normal?
I certainly think more optimistic than the last 7 or 8 years we've been at Davos, where we're now having synchronized global growth, broad-based, not only just business optimism, but consumer confidence. Interest rates are low, wages are rising. So a really positive story, I think, across the board. It is a lot driven by some of the U.S. tax reforms. It's also driven by a strong China, re-engaged India, and a lot of the deregulation.
Sure. Is that the sense you're getting as well, Brian?
Yeah, that is, and I'd agree with Mark on that. I mean, I think it has been the highest in the past several years, and kind of runs across the board.
Are we out of the U.S. making too big a deal of this tax reform and the race to the bottom story when we consider some of the rates elsewhere around the world, in Europe, for example?
Yeah, so you're not making too big a deal when you say this is a landmark tax change in the United States, because it brought the rate from 35 to 21, massive changes in not a 35% tax and bringing your capital back, full expensing, things like that, very positive. But to your point, Axel, we're bringing the rates down to where they are in the rest of the world, around the average of 21%, and the international system is now commensurate with almost every other OECD system across the world.
Yeah.
It is not some haven. One point that people don't realize, the base erosion provisions to prevent companies from moving their income overseas and eroding the U.S. tax base are some of the tougher ones we've seen across the board. Disallowance of interest deductibility, a minimum tax across the world. So there's a lot in this bill.